Welcome to the podcast. New update, reruns, cool.
So with the new patch in 2.4, there was the introduction of the latest Archon Quest. Did anyone play it?
Oh yes, I played it as soon as it came out.
So I went to play it. I couldn't because I had to do Ganyu's quest.
Man, that's a shame.
Yeah.
It sounds like a certain someone should play the game.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Not like I will.
I won't, but you're right.
He said bold assumption that I'll play.
The Archon Quest is the one where like you're speaking to Cloud Retainer, right? Yeah. And then you see
Jade Chamber.
I like Shenhe a lot more now.
I like the way her character developed throughout the quest line, honestly.
Yeah, she's a homicidal, bloodlusting maniac. But she's kind of thick, though. That's the only part that matters. Come on.
You look cool and you look sexy, so we're gonna look past the fact that you murdered thousands. So
Yeah, yeah. What?
Although I did like the fact of how they put Shenhe and Yunjin in the Archon Quest.
Agreed.
They were linked because of the opera,
Yeah.
the opera that she was performing, and ended up being about Shenhe.
I liked it too. It was Shenhe for me was like a big skip. I was like, I'm skipping her. I don't need her. Like I don't really want, and this is like before she was introduced, right? And then they dropped the artwork for Shenhe, and I was like, nope.
He's like, gotta have her. Gotta have her.
Them thighs.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I have to have her. And then her story came out. And then I was like, no, I have to get her. Like, I have to get her. I absolutely have to get her. She's legitimately one of my favorite characters in Genshin Impact, point blank period. Like, she's so good. But yeah, I thought the quest was really. It was kind of surprising how quickly it went from, hey, we've got all the parts to build the Jade Chamber, and then immediately Ningguang is like, okay, now we're going into battle immediately. And I was like, oh.
Bro, when that happened, my jaw dropped. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm like, PTSD, this is happening again. I'm like, no, not the Jade Chamber. It's like, we're gonna drop it again.
Yeah, and I was just kind of blown away. Like, I wasn't expecting this scale of cinematics and stuff like that from this quest. It was kind of insane. Where Baish came out of the water and then Ningguang just fired like her mega ult or something at fucking Baish, and then Ganyu and Keqing were just sitting there not doing much of anything.
Kind of being useless.
Just standing there.
Not gonna lie. They're not as useless as Aqua.
Alright, that's it.
Alright, Joe.
That's it.
Aqua Stan, apparently. What the fuck?
But like when the tsunami got sent at the Jade Chamber, and then Shenhe was like, I swear to God, Shenhe just went like Ultra Instinct and just like it just freezes it, and then it just shatters.
Yeah, that bit right there was so fucking cool. Like, she had an Ultra Instinct moment where she had a flashback, and of her like despicable fucking parents, or dad, I should say. And then you have Cloud Retainer saying like, only when you care can you rejoin human society.
Yeah.
And then she's like, hold my fucking beer, traveler. I got this.
It was great.
Insane. Yeah.
I was not disappointed at all.
No. Such a good quest. The fight as well that happened after that, the little boss fight thing with Baish was okay. So I didn't bring any archer or range characters really. So for me it felt a little bit clunky, but I thought it was a cool like sort of instance that
I mean, you're fighting them underwater.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense really.
I'm of course very lost in this moment, but
Play the game!
Okay, I'll play it right now.
So you're basically like underwater attacking the sea dragon thing. It has 3 heads. It like attacks the arena but when it isn't attacking, it attacks the arena very slow, right? And when it isn't attacking the arena, it's just sort of
It's idle.
Yeah, it's just floating there, and it was cool because it was very different, but it needed some work. I feel like it wasn't executed enough.
It was a little lackluster, honestly.
Yes.
So I have yet to reach that part where you fight it. But that's fine. So wait, the thing doesn't attack you; it just attacks the arena around you.
No,
it does attack you, but like a lot of times, like because like obviously they had to design it for like people who do use melee characters. Like I mean, the most it really does, like when it comes to like attacking the arena. I mean, it will put like, if I'm correct, I may be saying this wrong, but I think there were like a few AoE things it threw down, but most of the time it kind of just like launched itself onto the arena and then it just stayed there, allowing you to hit it.
Yeah, it does that. It does like a big suck in the middle, like a whirlpool thing, which is actually pretty. Like if you don't have a shielder, it's actually pretty intense.
All right. Me not getting Zhongli. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring in a different game into this. I don't know how far you are into it, Kupo. Have you fought Bismarck yet in Final Fantasy?
No.
Okay,
so Final Fantasy. Moving on. Okay.
Shut up, you dick. It's a big whale that just sits there on the side.
I have done that.
And he sends people to attack you, and you have to pull him in with these like harpoons and shit. But it's so long because he just fucking floats there, and you just gotta wait for the damn harpoons to pull him in, and then you hit him again, and then he's dead. But it wastes so much time where he's just like, "Hey, how's it going?" That's what I thought it was like. And if it was like that, I would not have done the fight. But I will now do the fight just to see. But that's what I kind of got reminded of.
It's more like, Dvalin.
Yes.
It's more like Dvalin.
Okay, so it's better than.
But it's not weekly.
That good.
Dvalin's weekly, yeah.
Yeah, I know Dvalin's weekly.
But is the new one a weekly?
Oh, no. It's just part of a.
Hey, why add a fucking new one? God.
Wait,
well, I don't want to wait for that fucking 7-phase ball fight or whatever the fuck that is.
Spoilers, you dick! No,
spoilers, it's not even out yet.
There is in the Lantern Rite. There's gonna be another way you can fight it. It's part of the Lantern Rite.
Oh, is there? Okay, I was about to say there,
and not to stay.
I was about to say you can't just like not add something like that and then not give it at least some replayable content to it.
You have to fight it on land. And it just flops there.
Fish out of water.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't want to hurt it. I feel bad.
I know we talked about them briefly, but did anyone pull for Shenhe or Yunjin?
I did.
I got her. I got Yunjin. I didn't get Shenhe.
I also have Yunjin.
C4, Yunjin, C0, Shenhe. I love them both. They are mine.
It's all good because I've obtained consummation.
Dude, he's got Pyro Shenhe. Did you hear about that?
Oh Lord!
Beat the shit out of you.
Pyro Shenhe
physically
uses a claymore and has red hair. You've never seen her before. Her actual name's D-Luke or something like that. I don't remember.
C7. Don't tell me you got fucking 7, bro. No way.
I'm sorry that I called that, but get fucked.
What does C7 do, man?
C7 equals consummation, so
C7 finally gives you a different fucking 5-star.
My bank account screaming in agony right now.
I do want to mention the wording of Shenhe's weapon.
Yes.
Why does it?
Yes.
Why does it say that?
Yeah, that's true.
But is there another meaning for this? I'm gonna look it up.
There is. So like that isn't like its real meaning, but like
there's no 2 meanings, but the first one is the sex one.
I would expect it to, yeah.
Anyone else's thoughts on the quest or like Shenhe or Yunjin?
I can't wait to play it. All right.
I will say about the one thing I really liked about Yunjin is like how like accurate her character is to like.
Oh yeah. I already know. What
to like saying. Operas, because like with even with the movement set, like with the little twirls and stuff, it's great.
Yeah, no, I love Yunjin. I think she's really pretty. I haven't leveled her at all because
she's really pretty.
She is really pretty. I haven't leveled her at all because I don't really need to, but she's really pretty. Yeah, she's cool. I like her a lot. I really like the opera bit at the very end of the quest. You know, her opera that she sings and performs.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
I like how it was like in Chinese.
In Chinese, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Actual
cool.
Chinese opera singer doing the fucking thing was kind of
like
incredible. Like this quest just blew me away, honestly. It was so unexpected and it was so well done. Like it just I loved everything about it. I loved it so much. Okay, so I want to bring us to the other huge thing that we got in this patch, which was Enkanomiya, which is kind of crazy, honestly. Like it's a whole new region.
Isn't that the Abyss place?
Okay, so it's not the Abyss. I thought it was the Abyss. It's not the Abyss. So Enkanomiya is really interesting. It's like it's so interesting because of what it is and what it means and where it came from and why it is. Okay, so Enkanomiya, if you played it, a lot of you see the little shades, right? You see the shades of the people that used to live there. Their names are all Greek. Basically, Enkanomiya used to be on the surface, and then for whatever reason, the gods Celestia banished it to where it is now, which is not the Abyss, but they just sent it away. Okay, they banished it. They banished the people because the people
able to go there.
Yes. Okay. So Enkanomiya was sent down. Okay, because they discovered something that Celestia didn't want people getting out. Okay.
Probably
So
like Carliania or whatever the fuck the place is called.
Khaenri'ah, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Khaenri'ah was straight up just destroyed. And that only happened 500 years ago. Enkanomiya is like older than Zhongli. Like big old. Like
Ancient.
Zhongli's ancient. They worship the people called the primordial ones. And they came before, they're like the big old gods. Okay. So for context, Zhongli is like 6,000 years old, and this place is older than him. So they've been banished for a very long time. I'm trying to remember. So they were banished.
Nice.
They were being killed by the Vishaps, the new Vishap things that lived down there. The god of time felt sorry for them and gave one of the scholars the ability to make the thing that creates the light in Enkanomiya.
Right.
And then there was like a time of peace and prosperity and woo. And then when society was like, being cool and stuff and, prospering, of course, that brings with it, humans who are just generally pretty garbage. And so these bureaucrat type people were like, hey, we don't want to, listen to this old geezer who made the big lantern thing anymore because he's crap, right? Yeah, we'll just kill him and then we'll start the rule of the sun children. Literal children, actual baby human type people were basically figureheads so that these people could rule, right? And then before they got like too old to actually do anything about it, they would have to go through I can't remember what it is. It's something basically when they got like old enough to like actually be like, hey, you know what, this isn't cool, these guys are kind of telling me what to do, and like I'm basically being controlled by them, and now I'm at an age where I can do something about it. The bureaucrats were like, okay, now it's time for you guys to literally be burnt alive so that we can get the new sun child to rule. And that lasted for like I think it was seven sun children. Something like that.
It's I think it's 7 because there's the quest for you to pay respects to the 7 children.
Yeah. And then so that happened 7 times, and then there was this guy who was like, okay, I'm gonna go find Snake God. Hey, Snake God, can you like do something about this? This is kind of not cool. And Orobashi, Snake God, was like, sure, I'll do that because, you know, I fled from the Archon War, which I was losing, and I'm down here now. So I'll go and help you. And then he did. And then they were like, hey, Orobashi, we don't want to be down here anymore. And he was like, okay, cool, great. I'll take you up to the surface. And then he built Watatsumi Island, and that's
what the actual shit, bro. That is an actual roller coaster.
Deep lore.
Very deep lore. Yeah. That's what happened. That's what happened. And
hey,
we
man,
know why.
I don't want to be down here anymore. Okay, cool. Let me do this.
I'll just take you up to the surface. And then Celestia noticed that Orobashi was there, and they were like, hey,
you can't be here.
You're not supposed to be here. We know that you know what you shouldn't know and what you're not supposed to know, which is why we took those people and put them down there in the first place. And Orobashi was like, oh shit, this isn't good. I don't want my people to suffer. So he went and attacked Raiden, and Raiden was like, you're a bitch, and killed him.
Oh, so, okay. Okay, so now we know why.
Yeah.
He actually attacked her. Okay.
He attacked her because he was basically Celestia was gonna kill, like he was like, no, you have to die.
Because Raiden was the closest one.
And he was like, okay, I'll just attack Raiden because she's there. Like, sure, great. And then Raiden killed him. So
and Raiden was like, not today.
No, you die now. I get snakeskin boots. So yeah, that's like a very, you know, mishmashy sort of, this is what happened. There's a lot more, like I haven't done all of it either, but there's a lot more, but it's very exciting.
Is it really that long?
It's a decently long quest line, and there's a lot to do while you're running around doing, because like, sure, it's not okay, realistically the quest line's like not super long, but like if you actually take your time in the areas, like there's plenty to do.
Yeah, you could blow through the story really quickly if you wanted to, but if you were taking your time to explore everything and like learn everything, then yeah.
On the map, where is it? Or is it the...
You have to jump into the water.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You go like Kawabunga, and then you teleport.
Yeah, there's a pool in Watatsumi that you jump into.
I've always thought there was something to do with that. I'm like, why is this?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about too.
Swirly. I'm like, I should definitely be able to go in that, because I got like when they first gave us Watatsumi, I was like, I don't think I should go in there. I don't want to get sucked into the abyss.
Yeah, it looks kind of sus. Like it really does. It looks kind of sus. But it's between like the realms, right? So it's not in the abyss. But I thought it was in the abyss. Not in the abyss. It's just not in Teyvat either. It's like outside. So it's just sort of like there.
It's almost like its own little realm.
Yeah. It's part of it's part of the underground. So they did know. Okay, yeah. So there's a book, right? In the main story quest, you're basically looking for a book. Okay, I can't remember what the book is called. Something about stars and sun, something like that. But there's a book, and in the book, which you can get in the, I believe you can read it in the game once you finish the quest. But the book basically said, I know who reads, but there's not Biggie because he's blind. But
context, I got glasses today.
Yeah. But there's this book, and it basically tells of a time in Teyvat before Celestia appeared, right? So Celestia is not native to Teyvat, sort of. I think. And Celestia doesn't want anyone to know that. So that's why they're doing the big hide. They sentenced the people of Enkanomiya down to where they are or where it is, because they wanted to keep that secret. But the Khanrians basically traveled to Enkanomiya and wanted the book, and they were looking for this book. before they, got destroyed. So there's like so it's underground, and it's like there's probably underground chambers leading to Khaenri'ah, like between Khaenri'ah and Enkanomiya at some point.
Like we could probably use those in the future, kind of.
Yeah. I'm betting like big bet money that you can probably like there's like Enkanomiya, which will expand into like underground, exciting, very interesting. Super happy with all the lore stuff that we got with
it. Definitely sets up the game really well for new areas outside of Tibet.
I'm gonna probably do it. Oh, great.
It's really, I highly recommend it. It's really good.
Yeah, I definitely was not disappointed in that quest line or the area at all. And then even like the weird dude that you meet in the very beginning, and then at the end he's like, oh yeah, about that, I'm an Abyss Herald. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like, oh, okay. Sure.
It's excellent. Like, I fight you now.
Yep. And then he's like, haha, Paimon's probably gonna betray you. See you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay.
Paimon won't ever betray you.
Paimon is the menu. She can't betray us.
Oh, she's the menu.
It literally just gave people more fuel to the theory that she's a god, an evil god.
Whoa, it's like I'm not against it, but like, oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So in terms of like the Paimon thing, I am not gonna lie. I thought it was just ridiculous. I was like, there's no way she's gonna. There's no way. Like, there's no way.
But
she's just Paimon. But now I'm kind of like, okay, but I don't think she's straight up like gonna betray you and she's some big god. I don't think that's the case. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's the case. I think what probably is gonna happen is we know that the Traveler is following their Abyss siblings' journey, right? Mm-hmm. And the Abyss sibling did all the things, and then she was like, sure, great, I'm now evil, right? So in theory, if our Traveler does the same things, surely they would come to the same conclusion. I think at the end of the game, when we've done all the things, the Traveler's going to be like, fuck these gods, I'm an Abyss Prince now, or Princess, whoever. And then Paimon's going to be like, Traveler, I can't come with you. Sorry.
Goodbye now.
Yeah, and I think that might be what something like that. I don't think it'll be like she's literally a fucking god and she's gonna turn and kill. I don't think that's the case.
I just think buff Paimon.
No, Lucy took the back to the Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Enkanomiya. It's really interesting. It's probably one of my favorite areas ever. Super fun. I love it.
Anyone else got any more comments about it?
Shenhe.
Okay. More like you should be it shouldn't be Shenhe, it should be Ganyu.
I was just thinking like thickness, sorry.
Well, he doesn't have Ganyu yet, so you can't simp over her.
Yet. Come Friday.
C8 D-Luke.
I'm calling it right now. He's gonna do a temple. He's gonna get Ganyu, and in that temple, he's also gonna get D-Luke.
We all gotta have the luck of Tristan to get 2 5-stars in one pull.
Oh hell yeah!
Shut up.
That's probably like the best RNG I'll ever have in my entire life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably.
RNG god.
I stole it from you.
I'm not RNG.
Speaking of Tristan as RNG god, if you haven't checked it out, SlimeCast clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can see all our funny little bits and clips, and it's fun in games, and it's hilarious. You should really check it out.
They just want to sit there and bully me.
All right, Windtrace, it's pretty cool.
I like the little change. I mean, they didn't really change much, but I like the new little areas.
Prop hunt.
Yeah.
There was prop.
Bro, so like, I mean, that's what Windtrace is.
Oh god.
No, so like, I was playing Windtrace a few days ago, and anytime I play Windtrace, I like to play as one of the small beans. So I was playing Sayu. I was playing Sayu, and I was in Inazuma. It was in like the rebel base, like camp during the war. There's plenty of like buildings that have like large like lips that come out, so you can't just like really get onto the roof. I just literally crammed myself up at the very top in a corner, and they never found me the entire time. It was great. I was laughing so hard.
Incredible.
I was crying. It was great.
Do it again.
We should play a game of Wind Tracer 2 tonight. Just
I think it's gone already.
I think it's gone now.
It is gone.
No!
It's gone. I'm not so I imagine it would be much more fun with like when you're playing with people. It's okay. I don't like how long it takes sometimes, because sometimes you just get those people who are just cracked at the game, right? And you queue up for the wind trace, you're like, okay, I'm gonna plant all these traps and I'll hide as a fucking barrel in the corner and no one will see me. And then literally you're the first person they come to and they avoid every single trap you set, and then they get you. And you get like 50 points and you're like, oh.
Yeah, that was honestly that's the worst part about it. Anytime you play anytime you play as like the hunter, like most of the time you just get a bunch of coins. It's just easy.
Yeah, it's like you have to play so many rounds to get, like, if you have like, obviously if you win you get more points, and like if you there you get more points for certain actions, which is fair, but it's annoying because you have to get so many fucking points. But it's fine. It's fine. A lot of people love Wind Trace, so I'm not gonna say anything too bad about it, because a lot of people really enjoy it. And I imagine, again, like if you have like a bunch of friends to play with, I'm sure it's really fun,
I think the only thing I don't like about Wind Trace is how so small some of the areas are. Like there's literally no, like there's one of them was in Mondstadt. It was one of like the newer ones too, and it was just like in a valley, and there was really nowhere to fucking hide, and they gave us like a barrel and a box to hide as. Is like, this is just fucking stupid.
I did feel like a lot of the areas, they did feel smaller overall, but they were more vertical as well. So like even though the overall like radius was smaller, there was more like levels to hide on, which I thought was cool. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I liked all the areas that they chose. I thought they did a good job with it. It was one of those things of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
It was fun.
I always enjoy Wind Trace. It's something I don't always play it a bunch.
I knew it was fucking prop hunt.
Yeah, it's literally just prop hunt. There's one map in Wind Trace, and I don't remember exactly what it is, but like there's a set of stairs that come down into like a water area. Like there's just like a pond, and like you can turn into the like not a barrel, but like it's sort of like a basket, a water bucket or something, and like you can like glitch it into the rock and into some leaves, and it makes you like insanely hard to find.
So the Lantern Rite 2, now this only actually came out a couple days ago with the newest reset. Has anyone done any of the events for it, or?
I actually have not yet. Anytime, like, this is just a personal thing for me. Anytime they release like a new event like that, and like it's kind of separated into stages, I like to wait a couple days so that when I go to play, I can actually spend more than like 30 minutes doing it. I like to just, I guess it's like me, like I guess you could call it cramming, but like I'm not cramming at the same time. I just like to, it gives me something to do for like a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Instead of shorter periods of time.
Yeah, that's fair. So I thought that they were going to do a thing where they would, because there's 3 separate, well, 4, but 1 isn't out yet. But there's 3 separate event thingies that are available to do right now. There's like a treasure hunt thing. There's, it's kind of like a shadow puzzle. That doesn't make much sense if you haven't done it, but it's like you have to make an image with a shadow that matches a thing that you find in game.
Okay.
Which is pretty. It honestly is pretty cool. And then there's what's the last thing? There's like a fireworks making thing. You make a bunch of fireworks.
Yoimiya!
I literally thought that we were gonna get a Yoimiya cameo. We're not. You know, we could still because you know the storyline isn't done yet. But the one that I do like that there's like a story attached to each of the 3 quests. Presumably the fourth one. The fourth one is the Baish thing, the water dragon fight, which hasn't been unlocked yet. We haven't been able to do any of that stuff yet. But there's like a storyline attached to the treasure hunting thing. There's a storyline attached to the firework making thing. There isn't one attached to the shadow puzzles, but the other 2 there's like a quest where Ningguang is like, oh yeah, I want to get all the stuff back from the original Jade Chamber. So you and Beto go basically like spelunking in the ocean to like collect all of Ningguang's stuff. And then the fireworks quest, you go with Kaching, and she's basically overworking herself, and your mission, I guess, is to make her take a rest.
Typical Kaching.
Typical Kaching stuff. So I was under the impression that they would be like every day a new part for a new event would happen, right? Like
you would kind of think so.
Yeah, like the first day they'd update the firework one, and then the second day they'd update the thing where you have to collect all the stuff from the sea one, and then the day after that you get the shadow puppet one. But they didn't do that. It's just they released a little update for the firework thing, and then we're just still waiting.
Isn't the event like 2 weeks long?
It's 2 weeks long, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 2 weeks
so
long.
They have to spread it out, like every couple days you'll get an extra part.
Yeah.
So that they can actually make the event. But that's also why like I don't do it right off rip. Yeah. Just because stuff releases that slowly.
Yeah. Which is honestly that's smart, because you can afford to take like you can basically wait till the last day and do everything, and it's fine.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to cram that hard.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying, like, you could if you absolutely wanted to, you could. But other than that, the stuff that I have done is really fun. Like I actually do like the firework making, because you make fireworks.
But do I get to use the fireworks?
Yes, you do. You do.
Okay, I'm in.
If you said no, I would have flipped shit.
I'm in, Chief.
The tea's loaded up now.
No, yeah, you do get to use them. You get to make them, which is actually a lot more challenging than it probably sounds. I was like, because you can get a perfect score when you're making them, right? And so it was kind of fun to like try and get a perfect score each time. And then you can set them off, and you can set off a whole bunch too. You could like you have 3 different plans, so you can like set a bunch to go off, and you can choose how long like between each firework they go off. So like,
that's cool. You can put them on timers and shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool feature, you know.
It's small things like that I like. It doesn't have to be like a massive intricate thing, but like the small things. The small things make the game sometimes.
But yeah, so that's the Lantern Rite. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We haven't seen all of it yet, but it's pretty cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I'm actually excited for. Oh, they did. So okay, in the story bit, they did kind of it's for me. I read it as this is foreshadowing. So you know the Adepti, right? And you know you have like Cloud Retainer, Moon Carver, and the other one whose name I can't remember. So Kaching basically is like, oh, we're gonna go and give gifts to all the Adepti. So you're going to go and visit all the Adepti, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you go and visit Cloud Retainer. And then you're like, oh, where are the other 2 bozos? And she's like, oh, they've gone on like a trip away somewhere because they wanted to be involved, or like just go and see the Lantern Rite Festival, or to just, you know, just see Liyue as it is. She was like, you guys could just take human forms and go visit. And I was like, huh, which is very interesting.
They just said ninja vanish.
Yeah, they've disappeared. And I'm like, isn't that very interesting? What would happen if they came back as humans? And if they were humans, they'd be playable characters.
I mean, that does open up. Yeah, I think.
yeah.
I mean, they've already given us like Shenhe, which I mean, she's half Adepti, I think. If I'm correct.
She's human.
Is she just human? I really don't. I mean,
Danyu's half Adepti.
no,
okay.
yeah, sorry. I mean, she's not. She's human, but she was raised by Adepti, so like, yeah.
Basically one at this point. Come on.
I mean, might as well.
Yeah. She's basically an Adepti, but yeah.
But like, I don't see why we wouldn't get them as, because if they introduce us to them in their human forms, I would see us getting them as playable characters.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be really cool to see, because they're like two really cool characters, you know. And I like Cloud Retainer a lot, but she is the one that we know the most. We don't really know Mooncarver and Mountain Shaper that well, so it would be interesting to get to know them like more and to see them as playable. That would be really cool. I'd be super down for that.
Because you already know, like, we'd get so much lore from their voice lines.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. But yeah, that's the Moonchase. Why do I keep saying Moonchase? That's the Lantern Rite so far. It's pretty cool. It feels different from last year too, and it's not as like, because last year's one was very fetch questy.
Yes.
Hey, here you go. Here's 18 missions. Now go and run across Liyue and talk to like 95 people with no voiced actual lines and just talk about nonsense for fucking hours.
Click.
Skipped right through everything. It was just like, it was so much. So I'm glad that this year it's like they've condensed it. They haven't lowered the rewards, but they've condensed it all into, you know, something more fun, basically, which is
fun and manageable.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as bloated, and it doesn't feel as much as a chore. In fact, I was literally just saying I wish we had more things to do. So, you know, they did well in that respect. And also with the Lantern Rite comes Ningguang's free costume.
We also get to pick a free 4-star.
Yes, just like we did last year, and they included Yunjin on that, which I
thought that was really, I thought that was really cool as well. Yeah. And I still don't know. I think I might go with Beidou because like that's C6er for me. Something about C6ing her. Either that, it's either like a C5 Yanfei or go for C1 Yunjin or Changyun, but like I don't ever use him, so like.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm gonna pick. Last year I picked Ningguang because I wanted Ningguang C6, but this year I don't know. I think I've gotten like my Beidou is C5. I don't really use it, so I don't really want to get C6 because I mean I'll get it eventually, you know. I should get Xingqiu C6. That's what I should do.
Oh yeah, Xingqiu C6 is amazing. I would grab it. Yeah. I would definitely get it.
That's what I should do.
His is. I've had him at C6 for like the longest time, and like you will not be disappointed in his C6.
What I'm probably gonna do is get Yunjin C2 though, because I enjoy Yunjin.
I don't have any constellations on her, so like I don't know if I want her C1.
But yeah, the good thing about the costumes is that like now that there's, you know, 2 new ones after like however long they waited.
Yeah. So yeah, it took them 4 patches.
Literally 4 patches. So I'm hoping that this means that they can like make more costumes more frequently. Especially because Ningguang and Keqing's outfits are so good.
God, it makes me want to buy the Keqing outfit, not gonna lie, because it looks that good. Mean, but fuck yeah, God, Keqing hits like so like a wet noodle.
Yeah. If I actually use Keqing, like I would get that outfit. It's so beautiful. It's so pretty.
Why do you think I don't use her?
Yeah, but you made Ningguang, so like you literally get free skin for literally Geomami.
Yeah, I do main Ningguang, yeah. So I do get a free skin for Ningguang, and I'm very happy about it. I played her hangout event, and she wears it in some of them.
Yo, really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Ningguang, you look absolutely fucking stunning. Hi. Big love for Ningguang.
Where's my Eula outfit already?
I don't know if they're gonna. I think because when you look at the 5 stars that they've given outfits for so far they've done Jean and they've done Keqing. Just looking at those 2, it stands to reason that they would do Diluc, Mona, and who else? Chi-Chi.
Okay, no, fuck Chi-Chi. She does not deserve her skin. She does not. Just at all. Sorry.
Hey, I actually built Chi-Chi.
Did you really? The hell?
I got her at C2. Okay, I was like, this is my highest constellation 5-star. She was the first 5-star I ever got. Like, okay, I'll just, you win, game. I'll just fucking build her. It's fine.
I don't really think she's that bad on the healing aspect.
Yeah, I mean, she's okay. Actually, with the when Shenhe buffs the cryo damage, she doesn't hit too badly. It's okay.
Incredible. Me staring at the Rosaria skin like, hey, yo.
The alternate outfits for Jean, Rosaria. Who else got them? Amber. Mona's is the most noticeable.
I think
Jean's. I like hers. I mean, it's not super different, but to be honest, like the extra shirt looks nice. The way the like cloak has like the added like length to it and like a little bit of extra to it, like I think hers looked really nice.
I like it. I like the alternative better than the base.
Fancy. 100%. Now, yeah, I think the beach one is cool, but I think this alternate one's actually cooler.
I think the alternate one, she just looks a lot more dignified, and it makes more sense for her to look like that.
Because, yeah, it fits her personality.
Yeah, she's a fucking knight captain, and she's walking around with a fucking boob tube on. Like, what are you talking about? Like, okay. Jean's default outfit, it doesn't feel like she picked it. It feels like this is what we're going to put her in, you know? Versus this outfit, like I said, it just feels a bit more dignified. I really like Rosaria's. Like, I think Rosaria's outfit, her new
very
one.
Nunny.
Yeah, again, like it looks. I know that all they basically did was put boots on her and like a little corset thing. That's all they really did, but just those details. Again, I think she still looks just as sexy as she did before. She's still giving very sexy nun.
Whoa, Kupo, watch the. Yeah, you're right. She hot as fuck.
But it's just not so, hey, you know, I'm just gonna give this character some cloth and some ripped fishnets, and there we go.
And call it
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just, again, I didn't think it really made sense with her character. Like, it didn't make sense. Why is this character just, you know, I mean, if Lisa was wearing that outfit, sure, I could see it. Like, it makes sense for Lisa. But again, if you look at what Lisa's wearing, Lisa actually has a very detailed, very not as revealing outfit. Like, it's not really that bad when you look at all the outfits. It's actually, I mean, Ganyu, for instance, she's got literally a sheet in front of her, not even in front of her titties, like underneath her titties, she has a sheet. And then she has a backless, like, dress thing that doesn't even cover her butt. And you're like, okay, but the censorship stuff, which is why we got these outfits in the first place. What do we think about the censorship stuff? What do we think about, because this is obviously going to impact, like, because miHoYo aren't going to just do, oh, hey, here's the sexy outfit and here's like the non-sexy outfit. They're not going to do that. It just doesn't make any sense for them to do that. So they're probably going to, from this point onwards, maybe make their characters, their character designs a little
less revealing.
Yes.
Appropriate.
How do we feel about that though? How does that make us feel?
I mean, personally, I'm cool with that type of shit. Like, you got to do what you got to do. Like, but making like characters super like, oh yeah, here's thick butt, thick thigh, big boobie showing, revealing. Like, it's good for the fun in games. Like making jokes, you know, fun in games for me. But like, personally, I don't really give a darn hoot.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, honestly. It does not bother me whatsoever. Like, I'm looking at the Mona changes, and yeah, I understand why they changed her.
Yeah.
See, all we care about is Ito's abs, and that's it. As long as his abs don't get nerfed, we're good. They need a buff.
Yeah,
bro.
but okay, no. You know what needs a buff? His fucking arms.
Uh-oh, here we go.
All right, I think that's everything. I don't
show me Ito's abs. Woo!
Oh my god, that was another wonderful episode of the SlimeCast where we didn't go off the rails and start talking about literally anything other than what we're supposed to talk about ever.
It was about 50-50.
Oh no, we talked about Ito's abs a little
Only
bit.
at the end we go into a little more abs. But who doesn't like a little more abs? You know.
Shut up, swag. I'll turn you into a sandwich.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. We'll catch
Thank
you
you
next time.
all. We'll see you next time.